Good day, ma'am. I am Arabella, Joyce, and Peñaojas from BSCPE2 IF. So this is my programming project number 1. So this is my source code. So my programming project is about the Philippine region identifier, which is once you input the instruction needed, the region that you wanted to check will appear, as well as the areas under its region. So in my source code, my scanner is scanner input is equal to new scanner system.in. So I use input that next int. So in my programming project, I use switch case statement, also the if else statement. So first, in this area, I input a statements that will display that will display on the screen once that I will check or run the program. So I used region as my initial in my switch case statement. So in my switch case statement, I have case 1 to case 17, and my default is here. Then in my if else, I have if my initial in case 1 is BARMM, so I used it in if else. So if BARMM is equal to 1, this will display on the screen once that I enter the number that is needed. But if I enter a number that is not I did not follow the instruction, else this statement will print on the screen, as well as from case 1 to case 17. Since I use the same process from case 1 until to case 17, the difference is just the input that is the input that I input from every case. So in switch case statement, I have here a question. So from enter a number from 1 to 17. So if ever that I did input a number more than 17, for example is 18 and above, and less than 17 from negative 1 and so on, that this will show from the screen, since I put in my source code system out that print a statement, you have entered a number that is invalid. Please enter a valid number will display on the screen, since I did not follow what is stated. So let's see. Let's try to run it. So as I stated earlier, that this is the main topic or the main title. So as I said earlier, that I did input the areas from region BARRM until the region 13. So it will display here. So this is the first question that needed to enter. So which region do you want to check? Enter a number from 1 to 17. As I said earlier, this is the case from 1 to 17. So example is I will enter number 5. Region 2, the number 5 from here. So region 2 will appear and and the area of the region. I mean, what is region 2? So it is stated that region 2 is the Cagayan Valley, since here in case 5 it will print out the statement if I did input number 5. So for the next one is enter the same number to know the areas under region 2. So as I input number 5, I will also input number 5 here, then enter. The areas under Cagayan Valley will appear here as it was that as I did input in my source code that if region 2 is equal to 5, this will print out. But for example, but if ever I didn't put number, for example, is -1, this statement will appear or will display on the screen. The statement you input a wrong number, since it stated that region 2 is equal to 5 and I did input a number that is not equal to 5, which is I did input -1. Else in my else statement I didn't in my I did input a statement that will display on the user screen the statement you input a wrong number. So example is I also input 23, the same as the display earlier. This statement will show, since it was stated in the source code. It is clear stated in the source code that region 2 is equal to 5. So from case 1 rather, until to case 17, the same process will appear. The same process will process, and different input will display on screen as we follow what is stated here. So let's see in here naman. So enter a number from 1 to 17. As I stated earlier that I only have case 1 to 17. So if I did input a number 17, of course there will be a display right here as the same as what I did input in my source code. 17, the areas under it. But if ever that I did input number 5, the default will show the statement that I did input in my source code, which is going to print out if ever that I input a wrong number. You have entered a number that is invalid, please re-enter, will display on the screen, since I already said earlier that I only have case 1 to 17, as well as I did input a number that is above 17, which is, for example, is 25, the display or the output will be the same. The process still the same. The process is the same from case 1 to 17. Also from the default, if I did not follow what is needed, since that is needed to display or to show the desired output or the outcome. So that's all po. Thank you.